NSCN-IM leader T.H. Muiva accorded warm welcome at Senapati. Heavy rain expected in northeast states with cyclone Montha intensifying over Bay of Bengal. While expressing views, one must admit at will if they make any mistake, exhorts MLA Joy Kishan. Government employees begin black badge protests against 3%, the hike. Hello, you're watching ISTV Primetime English News. I'm Jay Shainam, giving you the news in detail. In a historic and deeply emotional moment, a sea of Nagas from across Manipur, Nagaland and beyond converged at the Senapati district headquarters to accord a grand civic reception to the Attokilancer of NSCN GPRN, Thwingalen Muiva, who set foot on his birthplace after more than 5 decades. The welcome event was organized by the United Naga Council UNC and hosted by the Naga People's Organization NPO. T.H. Muiva, accompanied by senior NSCN officials, arrived at Senapati this morning to a rousing welcome at the helipad by representatives of UNC, NPO, NWU, tribe ho-hos and various civil bodies. To commemorate the occasion, a monolith donated by the Maram Union was unveiled by Lieutenant General, retired V.S. Atem, Deputy Attokilancer, GPRN. In a poignant gesture, the families of Nelly Chakho and Dikho Loshuo, 2 martyrs who laid down their lives at Mao Gate on May 6, 2010, while waiting to welcome Muiva, were honored on stage. A message from NSCN GPRN Attokilancer and Chief Negotiator Thwingalen Muiva was read out by Deputy Attokilancer V.S. Atem, reaffirming the Naga people's unwavering stand on sovereignty and the framework agreement. T.H. Muiva expressed gratitude to the Nagas of the southern region for their sacrifices, paid tribute to freedom fighters including Haipo Jadonang, and condemned decades of oppression and human rights violations in Nagaland. Calling for unity among Nagas beyond artificial boundaries, Muiva declared the Naga national flag and constitution as non-negotiable and urged the people to remain steadfast in their pursuit of peace, dignity, and divine-guided sovereignty.
I am very delighted to make you today through unwavering support, love, and prayer for me and the Naga nation. We should never forget our history. We are not lost people. We shall bring an honorable Indo-Naga political solution based on the framework agreement. I seek your cooperation with us in prayer. My dear countrymen, through love and forgiveness, let us build up our nation again.
In the gathering at the Hamjam, the Naga people of Manipur made a solemn declaration reaffirming their unwavering support for the leadership of T.H. Muiva. The declaration reiterated the people's collective mandate for the NSCN GPRN to represent Naga interests in the Indo-Naga political talks. It further reaffirmed the Naga's commitment to an inclusive, honorable, and acceptable solution based on the Framework Agreement of August 3, 2015, and expressed unity with Nagas everywhere in their shared struggle for self-determination and a common future. Presentations to the Naga legendary leader from 21 tribe presidents, CSOs, and organizations, Jubilant Choir representations from Paumai Naga Choir, Mao Baptist Churches Association Youth Choir, Makulongdi, Lun Choir, and Maram Naga Choir also marked the grand historic civic reception. The Indian Meteorological Department IMD has issued a weather alert for the northeastern states, forecasting light to moderate rain and thunderstorm at many places, with isolated heavy rainfall likely over Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura between October 30th and November 1st. Heavy rainfall may occur at isolated locations in Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura from October 30th to November 1st. While Arunachal Pradesh, Assam and Meghalaya could experience persistent heavy showers during this period. On the other hand, Cyclone Monta made landfall on Arunachal Pradesh coast near Kakinada around midnight last night, bringing heavy rain, strong winds and flooding across coastal districts. IMD said the cyclone is now weakening as it moves northwest. Cyclone Monta caused major damage in Srikakulam, Vijayanagaram, Vishakhapatnam, Anakapalli, Nilori, Konasima and Kakinada districts. One person died in Konasima after a tree fell in the strong winds. More than 38,000 hectares of crops and 1.38 lakh hectares of horticulture field were destroyed. Roads, power lines and beach roads were badly affected. Over 76,000 people were moved to safe shelters. The government set up more than 3,000 relief centers and 200 medical camps. 11 NDRF and 12 SDRF teams were on the ground for rescue and repair works. Control rooms in 54 divisions are monitoring the situation round the clock. MLA of Thangmaiban Assembly constituency Joy Kishan has maintained that while expressing views during a debate, one must willingly own up to any mistakes they made. He made the remark while handing over the newly renovated crematorium ground of Khyathong to the public. Medical Superintendent of Janims Dr. K.H. Lokeshwar, office bearers of Thangmaiban Khyathong, Semgat Sagatpa Marup and local Mayra Paibis too attended the program. MLA Joy Kishan further stated that during debates, both sides should voice their perspectives openly and concede errors willingly instead of letting ego steer the ship. He continued that during discussion and public events, the speaker should always avoid making statements which might hurt the sentiments of another community or which might provoke others. On the other hand, he called on the public to utilize the newly revamped crematorium effectively, also assured them that equipment for electric cremation would be installed in the future.
Debate ICD sing haibra masi idea exchange ni logo pheta manu riba idea ro aina uriba idea duga kari khane to masina phabo rom de discussion do haidare debate araga angam tanadana kangyeta angang ro hangapa ne sum yeta ba haidare aduga idea exchange to boina pada bodo solution sida ai duna ai concept na ai vision na soire kal isana sudum madu gyan ta jabagi kanoma lei bhai tare adugumba tawbo pamjai ai wakhalon da aduna debate tawbagi di thoina kai di haitan kana guma kanglup ama community mari hurt to honda bhai ta aduga maroi na khoina tawsi manipuri huji lei riba jangchar sira khwai maroi di khoi manipur integrity manipur peace porak pai je sida na maroi ba leiti adu manipur shanti porona khona bada khoi khodi mangna sacrifice tawna ba mi thamoi nungai da ba sauning hanga da ba irang sangdaga da ba pistak karaka da basingye siri tobi da discussion orga su pharing tren chirka da bhai tare kwaina khoi pandam se manipur da shanti or punse masun thambi.
Government employees across the districts of the state wore black badges at their respective offices as a form of protest against the government for reportedly neglecting employee associations' appeal for dialogue on the 3% hike of dearness allowances. Speaking about the protest, which began since October 27, Working President of Manipur Government Services Federation, El Sarat, said the employees will hold the protest till 30th of this month. He intimated that the Federation is continuing efforts to hold a meeting over the hike with the government and added that they will launch a pen-down strike on November 4 if the government continues to neglect the requests. Sarat further said the employees might intensify protests if the difference in DA as compared to the central government still persists.
1 lakh strong employee mayambu karintu thausa wasada bagi pensioner mayamgi benefit bu sahi ani hum backlog thamaga khana jiya da tana jiya da saka ji karam ba saka no sine koina public te koina khana jani se adu koi negotiation gi room je koi dum thamjari even koi governor da ju approach tono koi hona jari adu side yana daga di koi yana daga di koi one day pen down strike kama haujiki matam jida mamangai dona indefinite pen down strike ka bisidi state ki sigumba yam luba critical oba matam sida koi na madamukti koi hoji body khana jadri adu si bauda koi na black wage strike sida response to birak di tang marida koi one day pen down strike to gani haibi strike sida school college academy institution jing je koi yaujaro sakari office sing di koi pen down strike se one day si to jagani.
Convener of National Convention on Manipur Merger Issue 1993, Fulindro Konsam has termed the 1949 merger signed between Manipur and India as an annexation and added it should be declared as null and void. He made the statement during the observance of the National Convention on Manipur Merger Issue 1993 held jointly by Amawova, Amuko, MSF, PDM and PLM-PAM at GM Hall. Former Dean of Manipur University, Professor W. Nabakumar, former President of People Democratic Movement Manipur, Dr. Pardesi Lamabam, Senior Advocate Khaidem Mani, former Professor of MU, and Joy Kumar, President of Poire Leimarol Maira Paibi, Apunba Manipur, Soraisam Memcha, and former President of All Manipur Women Voluntary Association, Jongtham Ongbi Usharani, graced the occasion as the main guest. Social scientist Dr. Dhanabir Laishram too attended the event. Convener Fulindro Konsam told media persons that the National Convention on Manipur Merger Issue was held by various organizations including PDM, AMESO, Amawova, PDM and KSO in Imphal on October 28-29, 1993 to debate the legality of the 1949 Manipur Merger Agreement. The convention also discussed about the brief transition period witnessed by Manipur from feudalism to capitalism and democracy, he said. He reiterated that the 1949 merger agreement between Manipur and India is illegal and unconstitutional and it should be termed as null and void.
After the annexation or merger, lakiba koi Manipur ki ngasi phawda oirakliba political status asida tongan mumdi impact ba yamna pirakna ngasi koi yamna tangdu leitaba yamna nunga yaitaba adum oidri masi after the Manipur namdra adum bar ki kubanungda sankar matung da giti makal makha kya gi policy program mayam ngasi koi gi marakta nusinada ba adi saunam mayam leibachina maram oiraga future da amamba numit bayam ama matang thoksaltna koi da punsirol da kai ba mayam ama lakpa yabaki mamiyama leibasina maram oiraga lakadaba outcome akoi kari tawsige kamai tawsige habadna another matter depend of their wish, but our ultimatum and object for observance of this convention kachunti miyam da asengba achumba laigraba matamati Manipur history the yam seng mamunta na miyam da khangna nabagi adu khudung sabama lonang da pangthok sabani.
The National Commission for Protection of Child Rights NCPCR in collaboration with the Manipur Commission for Protection of Child Rights MCPCR successfully organized a state-level conference on gaps and challenges in implementation of key child rights legislations at the Imperial Hall Classic Grande. The one-day deliberation brought together senior government officials, members of the judiciary, police academia, and representatives from civil society, childcare institutions, and educational establishments to review implementation gaps and identify actionable solutions under key child protection frameworks, including the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act 2015, the Protection of Child from Sexual Offences POCSO Act 2012, and the Manual on Safety and Security of Children in Schools. Secretary, Social Welfare Government of Manipur and Member Secretary MCPCR Robert Singh Ketumayum, Acting Chairperson Manipur Human Rights Commission Kangjam Khagendra, and Chairperson MCPCR Kasham Pradeep Kumar to grace the occasion as dignitaries. While delivering speech, Acting Chairperson Manipur Human Rights Commission Kangjam Khagendra touched upon the importance of rights-based approach for the children, our society and the country as a whole. He spoke regarding the seriousness of Government of India and the state government of Manipur to bring about the required changes in the child rights ecosystems.
However, we kari challenges oi. I imung da daily bangang ki mo mo yingaga imung dugi imung sikaram imung no happy kamari. Adu ta ni ekoi ni samasi apaba samaj ma amani hani kupa dagadi hauri bangang duga yeng kadune. Atopa madara parents yawan offer hondari bangang si karani yingadage. Madu issue sarkar na rule mayam ma ek mayam sini. Mama Papa care from Mama Papa, Piri care do not. Carmine over care when in habit the Muta, show you never have an egg with my arm shaving. Say, try to do that, it's never on the second. Makai is a trigger. Makai Gopuri Bangan, they have to the Kadak and government in the city, but he won't get into severity. But she wouldn't have to government of the city provision Maham fair. Nothing would you kill a woman who could fix the same time as Bangan could fix it yours every time. Government is a man to it to one. Government must have a conquer of the other. Government is the people, for the people. And the government said, told to the government happy.
Chairperson of Manipur SCPCR, Kaisham Pradeep Kumar, highlighted that Manipur today is housing a large number of IDPs and several children who have suffered the losses in silence as victims. He said that MCPCR has been focusing on the mental health crisis, school dropouts, labor issues, etc. amongst IDP relief camps, etc. He mentioned about the 7 mental health camps and psychosocial clinics. He highlighted the response more community-driven. He touched upon the role of Mission Vatsalya scheme of MWCD, Government of India to help the IDP children in Manipur. He spoke of impact of AI on child education and learning. He appealed to the government of Manipur to execute the much-awaited child protection policy.
KMC na sum lay salakpati tonga me issue me even pokso issue tholok pa yauri leiriba Manipur gi issue ase koi gi political oiba commitment nama pibi dana child rights policy se yam thuna implement toba mase notified toraga implement tawiragadi new koi emerging issues mayam koi gender koi gi non conforming children gi bu oiro ade cyber bullying gi bu oiro tongan anoba tholei besing che masi su thengnaba address to ngamni nai khanje.
A tragic road accident in Thobal district has claimed the life of a woman this afternoon. At around 3:30 p.m. today, a Tata tipper reportedly coming from Thobal towards Yaripok collided with a Honda Activa scooter traveling in the same direction near Fauden Maning Laikai, close to the local playground along the Yaripok-Thobal road. According to police sources, the accident occurred due to rash and negligent driving by the tipper driver. The female pillion rider of the Activa sustained serious injuries and was immediately taken to the district hospital, Thobal. However, doctors declared her brought death. The deceased has been identified as Khoirom Ongbi Parshini, 31 years old, wife of K.H. Lenin of Lorembam Awang Laikai. Police from Yaripok station rushed to the spot, inspected the site and seized both vehicles involved in the accident. The driver of the Tata tipper has been arrested. A suo moto case has been registered at Yaripok police station and further investigation is underway. The body has been sent to Jennings Mortuary, Porongpat, for necessary formalities. National Institute of Technology and IT Manipur inaugurated the Vigilance Awareness Week 2025 with the objective of promoting integrity, transparency and accountability in public life and to encourage collective efforts against corruption. Professor K.H. Manglem and Registrar of NIT Manipur, K.H. Tomba, graced the occasion as the man gates. Addressing the gathering, Professor Tomba emphasized the year's theme, Say No to Corruption, Commit to the Nation. He noted that the country's progress depends on the honesty, sincerity and vigilance of its citizens. He further remarked that the Vigilance Awareness Week reminds that fighting corruption is not solely the responsibility of the government or a few officials. It is the duty of every citizen. He urged the people to contribute by refusing to give or accept bribes, reporting unethical behavior, and adhering to rules and regulations in daily life. The event concluded with a collective pledge to work towards building a corruption-free, transparent and prosperous India. Semgat Sagat Marup Sawangbung Students Club and Sawangbung Maira Paibi organized a joint meeting at Sawangbung Community Hall on 11th October. The meeting adopted many resolutions which included ban on consumption and sale of intoxicated substances, including liquor, heroin number 4, and other drugs in and around offices, schools, colleges, and public spaces in areas covered by the organization. The organizations also called for shutting off local vendors by 31st October 2025. Local clubs and many organizations of Sawangbung have issued stern warning against use and sale of intoxicated substances in the area. YK College Wangjing observed its 53rd Foundation Day at the college campus. The attendees, led by Principal of YK College Wangjing, Professor K.H. Jugendro, offered floral tribute to the statue of founder Yangambam Kumar. A free eye checkup was jointly conducted by IQAC and Medillion Eye Care Thobal and Kakching Bronze as part of the program. The Cancer Survivors of Manipur, KASOM, in a collaborative initiative with the Directorate of Health Services, NCD Cell, Vishnupur, and Karkinos Hospital today successfully organized a free cancer screening and health camp at the Kangjebung Community Hall, Irengbam. The camp provided critical healthcare services to the community, offering free screenings for oral, breast, and cervical cancers, along with 15 essential routine blood tests. A team of qualified doctors and technicians conducted the examinations, emphasizing the life-saving importance of early detection. Attendees receive vital health checks and consultations at no cost, reflecting the mission to make preventive healthcare accessible to all. KASOM, in a dedicated support group, is a dedicated support group comprising individuals who have battled cancer. Closing ceremony of Bishnupur Under-19 Kho-Kho tournament organized by 157 Battalion CRPF was held at Chandpur Playground, Kaibul Lamjau today. The event, which commenced from 27th of this month, was held under the aegis of Inspector General of CRPF Manipur and Nagaland Sector and Sports Authority of India (SAI) with the theme Sports for Peace and Development of Khelo India. The closing ceremony, which featured cultural performances, was attended by SP in charge Bishnupur D.H. Shankar Deva, Vice President Kho-Kho Federation of India M. Madhusudan, CO 157 Battalion CRPF Arun Kumar and CO 32 Battalion CRPF Arun Kumar Meena as its dignitaries. SP in charge Bishnupur D.H. Shankar Deva addressed the function, highlighting the advantage of organizing such tournament. In the final match, Fandka Chandpur defeated West Club Wabagai to emerge as champion.
I firmly believe that you all will take inspiration from this event and bring great glory to your state and our nation. Events like this not only encourage the youth but also strengthen the bond of harmony and cooperation between the force and the local community.
The second edition of the All Naga Districts Badminton Tournament 2025 kick-off at Multi-Purpose Indoor Stadium, Rikumaitafo, Senapati. The inaugural session was graced by MLA Chingai Assembly Constituency Kasim Vasum as chief case and MLA Mao Assembly Constituency Losi Dikho as the functional president respectively. In his welcome and presidential address, MLA Losi Dikho stated that such event brought together different sports enthusiasts from different Naga districts and to encourage each other, which he called a great initiative and has great revenue. While stating that sports is a serious profession, the MLA Dikho encouraged the youth to take part in sports activities as it can bring big fame to the district and state and nation too, with many sports persons earning a lot in the profession. Speaking as a chief case, MLA Kashim Vasum stated that he has been taking part in different sports activities, although he might not be a good player by profession, aiding such tournaments can motivate the youth in different ways. With wide scope in sports, the chief case urged the youth to actively participate in sports as a profession. The event was organized by the All Naga District Badminton Association Manipur (ANDBAM) and hosted by the Senapati District Badminton Association (SDBA). The first ever Amur Falcon football knockout tournament organized by 143 Battalion CRPF under the aegis of Manipur and Nagaland sector of CRPF concluded at Tamenglong Mini Stadium, Apollo Ground. The valedictory ceremony was graced by Tamenglong Superintendent of Police Lanmio Lui Kham, Tamenglong Forest Officer Karibam Hitler, and Kunjarani, Commandant 6 Sam Rifles, Lieutenant Colonel Anupam Atri, Commandant 143 Battalion CRPF SH Ravinder Sharma, representative of Mera Yuva Bharat W Nandini, medical officers Dr. Namjubo Daimai, among other guests. During the function, District Hospital Medical Officer Dr. Namjubo Daimai spoke on the issue of drugs and World Stroke Day at the final match. Chengdai 404 squad lifted the champion trophy of Amur Falcon Football Tournament 2025 by defeating Duigailong Youth Club at 3-0 goals. Assam Rifles organized medical camps at Aton Kulen and Tabam villages of Tamenglong and Noni district under Operation Sadvafna to provide essential healthcare services to the local population in remote areas. A total of 205 villagers, including children, women, and elderly persons, attended the camps. The medical team conducted general health checkups, blood sugar tests, and distributed free medicines to the patients. The initiative received an overwhelming response from the locals, who appreciated the continued efforts of Assam Rifles in ensuring access to medical care and extending support to rural communities. Before we end, the headlines once again. NSC and IM leader TH Muivai accorded warm welcome at Senapati. Heavy rain expected in northeast states with cyclone Wanta intensifying over Bay of Bengal. While expressing views, one must admit at will if they make any mistake, exhorts MLA Joy Kishan. Government employees begin black beige protest